Late stream, late stream. Super good a time. Don't mind me. Reach, where the heck are you? You over here, maybe? Nah. There you
Glad
are.
to see you're still you.
Hello.
Hello.
It's your bud, Dab Tweet Deck.
Yep.
Here again.
Man. Dab Tweet Deck is my new favorite Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Warranted, I think.
Also, Kim's Space Measurer is pretty alright too, but it's hard. It's very hard to top Dab Tweet Deck.
Very, yeah.
I'm not doing so hot. You're fine. We'll push through this. The hiss of the world.
Hey, what's up, Arish?
Hey, thanks for bringing down that... whatever the fuck that was. But we are barely holding on.
Updating
boss.
PlayStation system
How's the situation
software,
outside?
just like we always
What do I
do.
tell him? The truth is
That
harsh,
shit is
but
so stable.
these people seem familiar with death.
Yep, that appears to be what 7.0.2 is all about.
Most
Or,
of the
sorry,
Bureau is
7.02.
We need Blackrock Prism to make more HRAs for any survivors in the safe rooms. I'm here to check Darling's Blackrock lab.
So to recap, death, disaster, and imminent destruction.
Pretty much.
The FBC. Well, Darling's lab is just past Blackrock processing. I got good news and I got bad news on that front. Good news is, it's right down the hall. Bad news is, a Hiss monster has decided to move in, so that's great.
Monster.
That's what the Rangers said. The ones that survived, anyway.
I got this.
We are just treading water here, and the Hiss keep coming. Salvador would know what to do, but apparently he took a security team into the containment sector just before the lockdown happened, and, well, no one's seen him since. But hey, at least we got you, our fearless leader.
That's me.
They shouldn't rely on me. They don't
The
know me.
most reliable, fearless leader.
They don't know how I've failed people.
You've done a good job here, Arish, but you should take your people and get to the base and executive. You can regroup there. I'll go deal with this monster. I'm getting kind of used to them.
Aye, aye, Faden. And be sure to put a bullet in that thing for me.
You got it. Arish. Let's go fight a monster. As opposed to all those other things that we've been fighting. Anything over here? No. Well, there was a corpse, but, you know. Nothing cool. We've
Arish
learned
wasn't
that,
kidding
that
about
we
that
don't touch
monster.
corpses. Thanks, Hideo Kojima.
You showed me the HRA when I first got here. And the machine that makes
Also, don't bring forklifts into
Can you help
Flower
me find a
Garden, I
prism?
guess?
Yes. Into our forest of love.
them. Shit! They're shattered.
I really don't like these enemy types because they throw like 5 of them at you at one point in expeditions. That's really hard. Turns out. Nope. Ah! I thought it was facing a different way. It was not. It was facing towards me. Let's try that again. No, thank you. Let's go in here first. And then let's try that again. That's sneeze. Ah. I said let's not sneeze, and then I didn't sneeze. Powerful.
What's the damage?
They've each taken a few hits. We need to get them to a surgical station.
Okay, I can't talk to them again, so that's good.
Arish wasn't kidding about that monster. You showed me the HRA when I first got here, and the machine that makes them. Can you help me find a prism? What the fuck?
Try this again. They had this barrel. Here, monster, monster, monster. Somehow I lived. There we go. These hiss
Let's
distorted
hurry up and
are no fun.
find Darling's lab.
Whoop. Let's go to Lab 01. Caution explosive hazard.
There are areas in the oldest house where under the right
Black Rock. Isn't that an anime?
conditions, when the frequencies match, other dimensions leak in. We call these areas thresholds.
Well, there was a Black Rock Shooter anime. I don't know if there was one
of the
just
more
called
stable
Black Rock.
thresholds in the maintenance sector.
I
That's
think that might be what I'm
That's
thinking
where
of, is the
Black
Black
Rock
Rock
comes from.
shooter.
You heard that too, right?
dimensional matter.
Black Rock
It
comes
has the
from the
unique
threshold.
property of blocking out a
Quarry.
lot of frequencies. That's a
So
good thing.
the prisms must be there too.
Contained. Think of it as paranatural lead. Our research involves many dangerous things we absolutely need to keep in check. That's what the Black Rock Line fire breaks are about. The panopticon container cells.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I need the code for the quarry elevator.
Oh, Emily. The codes. Black Rock 665.
Neighbor of the Beast.
Neighbor of the Beast.
I didn't get that reference last time, and now I do.
We can do that again if you...
Darling's key. This should get us into the quarry.
Hey, now we're level 5, which means we can go play in Luck and Probability when we get back into research.
Everything here is crazy. Weird, but it
I was
feels
thinking that might be the last
Right.
key
Like
card. I
how
don't remember
the
if there's a level
world
6.
should
There might
be.
be a level 6.
I am in an infinite building leading to different dimensions, and I never want to leave. Even without the world.
All this crazy shit feels sane, says Jesse Faden. Oh, hello. You go away. There we go. Here's a control point. Yet. Ah, yes, the NSC, the something that totally can't be Northmore sarcophagus container. Apparently the former director's body gives off a whole bunch of energy, and so it powers the entire building.
Elevator's broken.
Well,
Gotta
that's
get
a
down the
bummer.
old-fashioned way.
Broken elevators are no fun. I wanted to use the code. The Max Payne 2 reference code. I guess really the Max Payne reference code, because I think it's in both. Well, not in. It's what we call tragic. Can't go in there. Get up here. Can you? No. That was goofy. Oh, hello. Out of here. Cleanse this control points. Now we're in the Black Rock Quarry, which is another kind of fun change of pace, I guess, from the rest of the oldest house as far as environment design goes, because it's not in a building. I mean, right now we're in a cave, but well, they'll get to the butt, but there are a bunch of enemies. Gun, please. Can't go in that way. That just looped around. So I guess we go this way. So not only is it not a sick brutalist building, but it's also outside question mark. Feel like I'm missing something. Very dumb. This door. Oh, this way probably. This one seems new and exciting. Use a collectible. So weird floating rock platforms. Oh crap. I fell off the weird floating rock platforms. That's an issue.
Not what I expected.
It's a weird looking sky. It's a cool looking sky, but it is a very weird looking sky. Quarry incident. Gotta go to the city. Me. I thought you were my friend. they don't have the ability that lets me seize the heal things. Which is a bummer, because that's stupid. Okay. Well, seem to have... Oh, there we go. There's the button. I was gonna say we broke the explosive thing, but we just broke the screen. The button still worked. All right.
And there it is, right where you led me. HRAs, prisms, they mean something to you. I need to get this prison to Marshall before it's too late. HRAs, then Dylan.
Now, if I recall correctly, it is not the easiest thing to get out of the Blackrock Quarry. Also, this is where I thought Ned was when he was like, man, there's a weird orb of glowing nonsense that just hurts when you get close to it. That's why I was like, oh, you gotta run away from those, because I forgot about the other one. There's another one in here down, too. Yay. Now we head back to Central Executive. Alright, lady, here's your black rock.
Had to take a detour into the quarry, but I found plenty. Here.
We will start HRA production immediately. I promised I'd tell you about Dylan once you helped us.
This is it. She knows. 17 years I've waited.
Eyeballs.
Your brother is here. He was once known as Prime Candidate 6, codenamed P6. We brought him here after the Ordinary event. He was groomed to be the future director. He had talents far beyond any other candidate in the program.
Of course he did. We found you together. We share a bond. Are you with him now?
So you kidnapped him?
We took him in.
Yeah,
Parents vanished along with every other adult in Ordinary. Eventually, his power changed him. There were casualties. He wasn't fit to be the director.
Did you know about this? Is this why you didn't bring me here sooner? Were you keeping me away?
Where is Dylan?
He's kept in the containment sector, in the Panopticon.
My brother. I thought we were the same. What if we are?
I'm going.
Later.
Now.
I expected as much. I need to go check on something. Something I cannot let the Hiss find.
Alright.
It shouldn't take
You
long.
have fun.
You must watch the Bureau while I'm gone. And remember, Dylan is dangerous. Do not let him out, Director Faden.
How do I make her stop calling me that? I'm not here for them. Nothing simple here. These people took my brother, but they've accepted me without question. Are they my enemies or my friends?
Why not both?
I need to see Dylan. I need to know. I wish you could tell me what you know, explain things. Just stay with me, okay? I could use a friend right now.
That's a lot of blood. Can we get another video of... Oh, no, it's just the board. Much rather get hotline videos of Max Payne smoking in a room. Do I want that or do I want... Yeah, let's just get that. I do really want to get the ability to seize,
Welcome back.
heal friends. Oh yeah, there's a couple other things we can clean up real quick, like...
Another box of ammo unaccounted for. Nobody expects to carry
Going over...
It's bad, but we can handle it.
Nope, not here.
Handle that altered item making everyone drown themselves in the toilets.
Trench contained that thing.
There's one of 8 places it can be, and I'm gonna find it on my second try. And go into this fun post-it note room. From the Vice Chief of Staff, because something caused a post-it note in his office to duplicate. His office is now unusable. There's a bunch of math.
Sounds like the new director is handling things as well.
We're also going to run real quick to Luck and Probability, because it's fun.
She wants us to crack Darling's personal logs? He'll
Yes.
crucify us if he finds.
Do I have enough to upgrade? I do have enough to upgrade my grip, which is good. I like grip.
Who does she think she is, authorizing that kind of data breach?
Alright, Luck and Probability. It's the best. This is also neat because it's literally it's a side quest that isn't marked, which I find pretty interesting. Is the Bunch of lights that I can interact with. This lucky item manifest. Which, okay, so bronze koi fish is the thing that attracts abundance and wealth. Horseshoe, you want things up so that you hold the luck in the horseshoe. Cat needs to have its paw up so it can be like, hey, come here. And then you want all the light bulbs to be on. Oh, there's the cleaner for the Shamrock. Turning all of these lights on. So there's also elephant is hanging out. Horseshoe is right side up. Cat paw is up. Let's grab this fish. Here, and then let's see what luck we are at if I do that. 4. That's not. Not what I was hoping for. TBH. Closer. Nope. There we go. That's pretty close. That got us to 5 and exploded another fire extinguisher. Am I missing lights or something? What I'm missing? Ah, that light's on. Oh. That exploded way more than I was expecting it to. That horseshoe is sideways, and I feel like it should not be sideways. It's letting some of the luck spill out. Okay, we're at 6 now. Which I guess means I should go tweak the cat hand. And go down and up and be like, hey, I'm a cat. some reason I thought the horseshoe had flipped over. Why am I missing one dumb thing? Unless there's more cats or elephants. Cat over here, maybe? No. See, the funny part was when I did this the first time, I ended up with too much luck. I had to do it and like stand on the. Oh wait, no, can't turn that on. I had to spin the wheel and then stand on the red to lower my luck enough so that I would get the 7. You just Google this. Oh, I gotta make the cat, like, move. There we go. Oh, yep, see, now I have too much luck, so I gotta do this and then stand on the red so that I get 7. And
You started a really late stream.
I know.
I was off playing Control in another part of the room because I was like, well, he's not doing one tonight, so I'll just finish the game tonight, probably.
Well, you can still do that.
Well, I'm trying.
I just got the golden suits.
Oh yeah, golden suit's rad. Right now, I'm trying to beat up a mirror.
Yeah, you are. That is a good side quest.
It is. This fight's really annoying, mostly because the mirror is cheating.
What? Mirror just is dumping a bunch of PSI at you.
Wow, S-Edge, why does your board give you 3 health bars?
I think I could probably start that now, but I don't remember quite where it is. I don't remember if
it's... I don't think you can. You need a level 6 key card.
Ah, in that case.
It takes a bit. You can see the room you would do it in, but you
Yeah.
can't actually get in for a while. But yeah, I believe you actually you either just passed it or are coming up on it. It's over near the Synchronicity lab.
Yes. I know because we were in it earlier, which I was like, oh, this is a fun zone. But anyway, let's go down to containment.
Oh, I hate this fight so much. This game continues to have bad boss fights.
See, I kind of disagree because I like all of them except Former, probably. Former and Tomasi.
Fucking, how about Tomasi?
Well, yeah.
Like, every boss fight I've done so far has been an unpleasant experience.
I really like S-Edge.
I would if, again, it wasn't super fucking blatant that the game is just like, well, yeah, you have no health, so we're gonna make you fight this boss 3 times. Just fuck you.
Yeah. Also, here's Max Payne.
The containment sector, the Panopticon, is home to the altered items we find and contain. It is a maximum security prison. It's a vault for the most valuable treasures on Earth. It's a powder keg big enough to blow this world to dust. A temple.
Containment, it's the warehouse from...
Warehouse 13.
Well, that, I was gonna say...
Indiana
like,
Jones.
Yeah.
Profound.
That too.
Unbelievable. Unknowable. Something worse. Altered items. We've found many. They appear mundane, but nothing could be further from the truth. They are all powerful, dangerous. They press heavy on our minds because that's their nature. They've been altered because we can't stop thinking about them.
Can't stop thinking about this flamingo.
Because they're used to being worshipped.
Just stop thinking about the flamingo. Thinking
can't.
about it won't help.
I gotta keep thinking about the flamingo and the rubber duck.
They don't want to be controlled. We study them to discover.
Oh, God damn it.
Tick.
Just
This
do it
place
good.
forever
I'm trying, but the fucking screen is full of debris and I literally can't see what I'm trying to dodge. Ah.
Panopticon.
Yeah, we just listened to this, Max Payne.
Maximum security prison.
I will also say, relating to fun Googles, because I found the luck and probability puzzle when it first came out, and I was like, there's gotta be something to this. Then I Googled control luck and probability, and that was not...
And you got a bunch of weird-ass fucking New Age books, I'm guessing?
Yes. At least now it's kind of... I don't know if it's because, you know, Google has enough data on me to know that when I search for that, I'm looking for the video game, or it's been long enough that most people are searching for the video game.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's not that bad.
There. Okay. Finally. Eat shit, mirror person. God damn.
Well, to be fair, think about it from her perspective. You just keep showing up. So you think you have like a billion health bars.
I don't think that's how that works.
I think that's how that works.
I don't think so. Because the thing is, my health bar, like, whenever she shows back up, I don't get a full health refill. But whenever I show back up, she gets 3 full health refills.
Yeah.
That's not cool. That's not how it's supposed to work. Alright, so the only boss I have left to beat is Tomasi before I continue the story. And I'm over in the Dimensional Research Lab, so I'm pretty close to the end.
Yeah.
Jesse, what do you think the Bureau was doing with this thing? Fucking around and seeing what happened. That's all they do.
Reminder. This week, any documents that suddenly appear pink, light red, or any shade in between must be incinerated immediately. Failure to do so will result in termination and possible bodily harm. Thank you for your attention.
I really feel like you should lead with the possible bodily harm and then follow up with the termination, but what do I know? It's like the dumb Harry Potter bit about will be killed.
You want to talk about some dumb Harry Potter bits?
No, but yeah.
Okay. I mean, you went there.
I know. I was talking about a dumb bit in Harry Potter, not a dumb bit about the things surrounding the Harry Potter.
Okay. I do appreciate that I finally got the launch upgrade for large objects.
Yeah.
So now whenever I'm over in the main parapsychology area, I can brain people with modern art.
I always like the one that lets you chuck enemies, like the corpses of enemies and people.
I like that one because it kicks in before they're even dead.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can chuck enemies that are still fairly healthy. It's like, I would hit you again, but instead I'm just going to fucking throw you at a guy. Oh, these fucking floating chair guys are the worst.
Yeah. But hey, now that I've got 3, we're gonna get the seize operation, or seize duration rather.
Alright.
And then soon we will get the ability to seize large enemies, which means we can seize our friends, the heal friends.
See, it's funny because I literally just grabbed that ability on my game, and I'm like right at the end.
See, I did the same thing you did on my first playthrough, and then now I'm like, oh, this is actually super useful.
It is. Those weird spheres show up a lot. Alright, let's grab that, and then... Wow, really? Why does it cost so much to upgrade your melee damage? Who uses the melee?
I do it every once in a while. Like if
Well, yeah, like if a dude just happens to end up close to you, but like, it's rare.
I really like this room in the containment with like the big dumb map and the big dumb like, it looks like a train station board almost. You know?
Just the time zone board.
Yeah. Ow! Shit.
I like it because, you know, ideally they'd have like a big digital display screen, but they clearly can't because the oldest house hates them.
Oldest house is like, nah, son.
Like, I like that they have this weird old-timey aesthetic because the house is forcing it upon them.
House is like, no, I like it though.
Do you think that's why Darling sticks with a bow tie? He tried to wear like a more modern clip-on tie once, and the house is just like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Got him sucked into a garbage disposal. Except even garbage disposals might be too new for the oldest house. He nearly got sucked into the furnace. Oh, for the record, the furnace, the things that it eats for the eternal fire modification for your gun, are any of those TVs you see in maintenance that have a fireplace on them. They just have like footage of a fireplace looping. You throw like there's 6 of those you need to find. You throw them all into the furnace, and the furnace makes happy noises and then rewards you with a mod.
Thanks, furnace.
He just wants to eat. He's a friendly man. I trust the furnace.
Hey, look, it's Nashville! Yay!
Furnace wants television and nuclear waste. 2 things we can provide. Where the hell's Tomasi again?
Also, I feel like it's a little weird, this map, because like I assume
What's weird?
I assume like where the cities are the dots, but that's not where Boston is. Boston's closer to where like the word Boston is on this map, but Nashville is not on this side of Tennessee. It's closer to kind of in between these 2 red dots.
Part of me assumes that the red dots are not actually the city itself, and the red dots are essentially where they have a base.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So they might not have bases in these cities, they might have one near them. Because one of them up there, it's like Harrisburg, the word, has a dot overlapping the word.
Yeah.
But then other ones have the dot further away from the word, and it's like, I feel like that's probably what it is these are like different bases. Like bases they have contact with or something.
On the bright side, I think that means I live pretty close to a control base. I think
nice.
I live right around there. Estimation.
I'm pretty sure I've asked you this before, but would you go work for the FBC?
Yes. What kind of
It
question
seems like a
is
pretty
that?
obvious choice. It seems pretty rad.
Yeah.
Okay, would you go work for the FBC if Trench was still in control?
Maybe.
Because I'd go work there if Jesse was in charge, but I don't know about that Trench guy.
All the Alan Wake experiences are rising in frequency. I mean, the Altered World events are rising in frequency.
I don't know why you keep getting that wrong. There's literally nothing else it could mean.
Yeah. It's not like it showed up in Quantum Break.
Yeah, it meant the same thing there. Altered World event. Come on, man. Tomasi, I'm going to force feed you this crate. I will get point blank before I telekinetically launch this shit in you.
Should go to the punch dimension.
Someone needs help over there.
Whoop.
Sounds like there's a man down.
What gave you that idea, Jesse? Was it the guy who yelled "man
What the
down"?
hell?
I'm here. What happened to you?
So, funny thing, on that little side quest bit, I missed where that guy was, so I just heard the dude yelling "man down," and then, like, left. And I did not come back and find that dude until way later. So that dude was just sitting there bleeding out for, like, a ridiculous amount of time.
The clocks.
A threshold.
It's
The Bureau
fine.
sealed it up years back.
Oh,
as
man.
clocks. We followed the item inside, but the way it was acting, we weren't ready.
This Tomasi fight also
Me and Wells were the
sucks.
only ones to make it to the motel court. He was right behind me, but he never showed up on this side.
I'll go find him. But first, you need to get to a medic.
Wells is the medic.
Oh,
Please. You
That's
gotta
an
get him out of
issue.
there. I'll be fine. Really. Roop can patch me up later.
Fine. But I'll be back for you.
I damn well hope so. Just use the motel cord there. It should get you into the clocks. Sorry. The threshold.
okay. I'm going to instead go over here real quick. Now I'll go find your friends.
Yeah, that side quest can take a bit.
Whoop. That didn't look right. See, the clock says like 2:23. Oops. I messed it up. Someone's having a big time in this weird space motel. That's like 5:12. Oh yeah, also earlier Dr. Darling made another 665 joke. And I was like, I get that reference now.
I like the idea that everyone in every Remedy game thinks that is the best joke. They're just like, yes, I'm the only person who's ever thought of this and made this joke. I'm awesome.
I mean, it's a pretty
Oh,
good joke.
come on.
Oops. I forgot to look at the clock. I don't know what time I'm supposed to put it to. It's...
Miller time.
Yes. 8:24. I'm glad they're not super precise, considering that it just automatically goes forward.
Really? They need an option to crank the vignetting on this game way down.
No.
The screen shit on the sides as you take damage, because it straight up becomes impossible to see enemies.
You will get more vignetting and you will like it.
I won't. Every time the screen vignettes that hard, this moves down another place on the Game of the Year list.
Let's add some more light bloom.
This Wells guy can't
Some more
be far.
chromatic aberration.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you made a really pretty game. Why do you keep trying to hide it behind bad effects?
Those must be the clocks.
Or
you
motion
talked
blur.
about.
God, I was playing... I think it was Just Cause 3 that had or Just Cause 3 or 4 that had some of the most egregious motion blur I've ever seen in anything.
I think it was the PS4 port of Final Fantasy, was it Type 0, that had just a ridiculous amount of motion blur?
Yes. Well, PS4 and Xbox, but they at least patched that out. Or at least they patched
Oh, they did?
They patched
Cool,
it in,
maybe I
in
should
an
play that.
option. Get to learn all about the Fal'Cie and the l'Cie because it used to be a Final Fantasy 13 game. Man, remember when they were gonna do like 15 Final Fantasy 13 games?
Fabula Nova Crystallis.
And then they ended up doing 3. Which is maybe about
Still
3
too
too
many.
many.
Are
Yeah.
you Wells? Your friend asked me to come looking for you.
That must be Horowitz. Glad he got out. I stayed back to help the others. Did a shit job of it, clearly.
You tried. That's enough. Horowitz needs your help now. How do we get out
So
of
what do you think the best
We should
Final
head
Fantasy
back to the
13 game
threshold.
is? Is it Final Fantasy
We can look for
15?
other survivors as
Yes.
we go.
We better hurry. Which way?
Just follow the blood.
I didn't play Type 0, but Final Fantasy 15 is
Let's
the only
go.
Final Fantasy 13 game that I like, so... Nope. He's going the other way. How come that guy's got a level 9 keycard and I'm the director of this place and only have a
That
level
is a
5
question I was
keycard?
also asking at this point of the game.
Turns out your keycard is fine, you just need to freeze it.
What's with the clocks?
Freeze the key.
Threshold
Keep the
effect.
key.
This used to be a regular office wing before the threshold manifested.
That guy's been heating the shit out of his key, if you know what I mean.
Clock and started duplicating.
Ba-boom.
Now the office is abandoned and its clock's all the way down.
It just reminds me of the Chip Cheesem Metal Gear Solid video series where he Freudian slipped really hot key into really hard cock.
Nice.
Okay, that seems like it would be difficult to do, but you know...
Hey, you can make it work.
I love all these dumb clocks. Clocks with an L. Let me enunciate that a little better.
Nah, you did fine.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. How's it going, man?
I got him down to like one shot left would have done it, but then he spawned in a bunch more enemies.
Yeah.
And while I was trying to deal with a bunch more enemies, I just got shot by something off screen, because that's how this game fucking works.
Let me see.
Like, you should be so much more durable in this. I've got 2 different upgrades on that both give me like plus 40% health, and I am still dying in like 2 shots. I have maxed out the health upgrades, and I am still the most fragile fucking thing in this game.
Post box.
Everything here does too much damage. Except for me.
That's O'Neill. Shit.
Well,
No one else got
bye,
it.
O'Neill.
O'Neill, is this Evil Within 2?
No, it's it's NBA 2K whatever, a Spike Lee joint. O'Neill is down. Sorry. That jokes. Man.
Surprise, it is I, the president of basketball.
I mean, like, I admire that they decided to go crazy with sports game stories now, but man, that Spike Lee one was hilarious and not in the way that you want. And then they followed it up with your create a character, automatic nickname, so they can get around the fact that they can't record their famous people saying 8 billion lines of dialogue for the most common 100 names. And they followed up with the president of basketball. Fucking nickname in the second NBA game with the story mode. Which I'm not sure if that's better or worse than frequency vibrations.
I would say better. Is there some terrible joke in there about you getting impeached?
I don't.
Damn it.
I don't know as much about the non-Spike Lee story mode other than you're the president of basketball. And I think, like, your friend is, like, Michael B. Jordan. That guy's a good actor.
So I assumed for some reason that you meant Michael B. Jordan playing himself.
Oh, no. It's Michael B. Jordan
Playing a dude.
playing a basketball man.
Does Madden do any of those story modes?
Yeah, now, yes. Because they did
And-
the long shot, I think is what it was called.
And I want them to do one about concussions.
Ironically, I think that came up in the, or like, concussions are a big deal in the most recent NBA game. Because Idris Elba is like, fuck you, play the basketball while you're dying.
Nice.
I don't know.
Idris Elba wants you to get in the basketball robot.
I have not played any of the recent sport game story mode things other than, I guess, WWE 2K19, if that counts. But, I admire that they're, you know...
When it was clear we couldn't contain the ultimate...
You appreciate them going crazy?
Yeah.
We got out, but Hiss were waiting for us. I took Harwitz to the motel court and went back for the others.
That was brave of you.
I'm the medic. It's my job.
Oh, here we go.
Hmm.
Do you know how many pieces of hardware it takes to make an airplane?
Oh, yes. I've heard some angry ranting relating to how much it takes.
The answer, it turns out, is a lot.
We're almost out of the threshold.
Ah, damn it. Great, now the screen's all red again. I'm not going to be able to see shit.
For the record, I think this is one of my favorite, like, shots in the game, because it also just happens so naturally of, oh look, there's explodey guys. You can see them through the shadows. I took a screenshot of that. The first time. Excuse me.
Again with that shit.
Also, hey buddy, you want to give me your card when we're done here?
Come on. The motel court is on the other side of logistics.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, you should give me his...
You're the director, you could just order him to give you the card. I want to point out there's two reasons here that he should give you his card. One is that you're the director, one is that you can mind control people.
But they have to be, like, almost dead for that to work.
You could solve that problem.
Let's go.
It's not very nice.
Well, then he should give you the card when you ask him.
Hold on.
You try telling your boss you don't think they're ready for the key card and see how long you have that job.
Well, that's not gone well.
Horowitz. Oh, God, no.
Ow! That was painful. Oh, yep. Saw that one coming.
Oh man, the amount of shit I cannot see on this screen right now. God damn it.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't it take me to the other control point?
No, you should have activated it.
I did, though. I did
You
it
should have-
earlier.
Yeah, you should have touched it again on the way by. Look, TFP, this game's really good, but it's got some serious design problems. Like not returning you to the nearest control point, and instead choosing the last one you actively touched.
Let's go.
Also, just the part where when you die, you return to a control point in itself seems fairly dated, gameplay design-wise.
Yeah, but the Dark Souls does it, and everybody loves the Dark Souls make me mad.
Do they?
Everybody loves the Dark Souls make me mad.
Even you.
Especially me.
Horowitz. Oh, God, no.
I have no idea how related this will be to Game of the Year or not, but I am mighty tempted to buy that Toho Kirby Star Ride.
I I mean,
I mean,
it's probably alright.
yeah.
Is it on the Steam sale?
Oh no, it's just on Switch.
Ah,
I was going through the Let's New on Switch and I was like, oh yeah, that game exists. But it might be on the Steam sale though. I haven't checked.
well, if it is, don't buy it quite yet. Some people still have their fucking profiles set to private and making it really hard to buy them Christmas presents.
Yep, that ain't changing. Okay, let's. And to see what crazy Toho crap they have on the Steam store right now.
My favorite thing to do with launch is grab something behind a guy so they get hit with it coming to you, and then throw it at them so they get hit with it twice.
It's real nice.
I'm sorry about your friend.
Thanks. And thanks for coming to get me. Horowitz's HRA must have been damaged in the threshold. Guy never put himself first. At least the anchor altered item
This is a
still
lot of
locked way
Toho.
down in the clocks. I hope it rots down there.
That altered item needs to be dealt with before it hurts
8
anyone else.
pages of Toho results.
I should go back down and contain it.
That's a significant
Head to the
amount.
Executive sector, Wells. They could use a medic.
I should
Thank
filter
you,
this so that it doesn't show like
I'll go
DLC
see
and
what
stuff.
good I can do there.
Assuming that's something that can be done.
What is...
Oh. Yep, this game definitely exists on Steam.
Alright.
So I'm not sure if that's an amount of money you would want to pay for something, but
Eh.
it exists.
Whatever. I'm irresponsible. I'll do it.
See if there's like anything I actually want that's on sale for more reasonable amounts first. Let's see.
Relating
I mean, there's this
to-
amazing thing called a wish list that would let you, you know, put
Oh,
stuff on
yeah.
there. The people could then browse at will.
It's tangentially related. A friend of mine bought
Oh, motherfucker!
bought Disco Elysium during the Steam sale and was streaming it a little earlier today.
Uh-huh.
And I maybe had to steer him a little bit so that he would get the volumetric shit compressor thought.
Oh? How'd you have to steer him to that? Did he actually manage to pass the check on his first try or something?
No, but he was like, oh, I should go somewhere else after I failed the first check and got the ammonia, but other things are probably happening. I was like, no, you want to go back, though. I was like, do I? I was like, yes.
Oh, god damn it. Damn it, TFP, Tomasi's almost dead, but there's a dude over here that I can't fucking
I guess.
see.
Guess what? That Tomasi mission is kind of terrible. Or Tomasi fight, rather. Also, I've now made Keely friend my friend and not the enemy friend, so now it just heals me. Ow! Sniper.
Got him.
I didn't even know there was a Steam version of Uno. I wonder if it has dangerous camera stuff.
Probably not, because it's probably that Ubisoft Uno, which I don't think has the camera stuff.
Serve has it, so he could let us know.
Oh yeah, I think I watched him stream it once.
So you don't get to watch people do cocaine?
Unfortunately, no. Where's this fucking room again? Oh yeah, also I I got more mods. I gotta put the mods in the... I gotta clear out my mods because I haven't done that.
Put the mods in the basket.
Or else it gets the hose again.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
I'll definitely give that a try.
Let's get that ammo cost per shot.
Upsetting your Game of the Year list at the last minute.
Yep.
That's what Disco Elysium did to me. I had it all set out, and then it was like, oh, Disco Elysium. This needs to be on it very high.
It's real good. Oh man, that fight was bad. But it's over, is the important thing. I feel like the problem there is that even though I won that fight, I feel like I won it almost entirely by luck, and I could not possibly recreate that again.
You could probably do it again. I believe in you. Although again, the real trick is me remembering where this... Oh, it's safe room. Duh. It's over here.
This is the safe room Will showed me. The one with the altered item inside.
The sheer amount of blank made Expedition impossible.
Great.
Oh, I love redactions. I love the ones that are just confusing. Like, there was one here I was looking at for this particular item.
Oh, right, I can't
it was
do
like,
this yet. Shit.
It said that it had been studied for blank days before being transferred. And it's like, why would you redact the number of days?
I forgot you can't do this fight yet. My bad.
No, well, you'll be ready when you can.
Because you gotta have the...
You gotta be able to get there.
Yeah.
And also survive the fight.
Yeah.
It would be funny if they let you go there and start it without that. Because it's just like, you'd be so confused.
Yeah, it's like, what if I...
But like, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? I do appreciate that the Bureau has a shitty, like, radio program that they use to hawk conspiracy theories.
Fake coast-to-coast AM.
Just try to distract people and go like, oh yeah, no, this is totally the truth. This is what's really going on.
Let me tell you about jet fuel.
The board was telling me about fake news earlier, so...
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe they made that dumb Cats movie. I mean, I can't believe it, I guess, but... Oh, well, so this comes up because apparently they had to patch the Cats movie, so they're gonna send... You heard me.
Oh, is this about the dick removal thing?
What? This is already the best story I've heard today. What's up? Tell me about this.
I'm unsure what it is, but it just says theaters have been notified that updated versions of Cats are in transit.
All I remember was that one of the actors was complaining because apparently they made his dick smaller or something.
Ah! I'll admit, when you said dick removal, I was expecting something more exciting. Like someone's horrible deviancy had made it onto the big screen, and they were like, oh, we need to swap models right now.
I heard that. Jason Derulo's Cats co-stars revealed it wasn't just his bulge that had to be removed.
God damn it, Jason Derulo.
And here's another related story.
Claims his jellicles have been tampered with. But that was the thing that someone posted in a different Discord, and I had to be like, what? No. What a weird weekend for movies this is.
Yeah.
Cause you've got the Cats.
Mm-hmm.
You got Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got the one movie this decade, which, I mean, I guess it's good that it came out, now. The one movie this decade where Adam Sandler gives a shit.
Oh.
It's called Uncut Gems.
And
it's actually reviewing, super well.
I love some of these options. Region, colon, best.
I always go for the best region.
Might as well make the graphics fantastic.
Cats 1.02 patch notes. Fixed Taylor Swift face glitch at start of run animation. Idris Elba's ass glitching into ground fixed.
Sure. Why not? Man, just think of all the speedrun tech you could do if you glitch your ass into the ground.
Try that again. Dealing with the weird mole people, which is always difficult. Too many dudes with shields. They're all up in my grill here. Hey, here's this room, but I can't go in yet, I think. Can I go in this room?
You can try.
Yeah, okay, I can get here and pick up that, and then I have to leave. So if I get in the mold bits, it will kill me. Don't stand in mold, kids.
It's bad. Mold is bad in general. Avoid mold.
Annoyed.
It's not going well. Like,
Just do better, though.
yeah, I'm working on it. Now I run. I run the wrong way. Help me. Well, you tried. Ow.
I guess this is kind of double dash like in the sense that you can switch your vehicle and your rider at a moment's notice.
That's really dumb. But I appreciate that. Go, my mold friends. Kill them all. I run away now. There we go. It's almost like this game was made on the Unreal Engine with that texture pop in, even though it wasn't made on the Unreal Engine.
P6 is what the Bureau calls Dylan. His
Well, that's
cell's
not going
been
well.
breached. Has the Hiss found him? Are you there with him? Can you protect him?
Speaking of engines, apparently Nancy Drew
Ah!
Unity now.
Huh? I couldn't hear you over TFP yelling.
The Unity engine now, and Abby doesn't like it.
Oh yeah, did they? When did they do? Or did they talk about it on the Beastcast? Or I don't know. Oh,
Yeah, that's the today's Beastcast.
okay. Because supposedly it's in Salem, and I've been there. I can tell you about how accurate the Salem is in the Nancy Drew.
Our resident witchcraft correspondent.
Yep, that's me. I think I messed something up. I'm not sure what I was supposed to be... No, I didn't. There's the key. Ah! Why?
It's been a
It's
long time
uncool.
since Dylan and I knew each other. I've wondered about him. What kind of man he'd grow up to be. Were things as hard for him?
Oh yeah, also secondary thing, dude who plays Dylan in this game, I think, I have to look this up again, but I think he is, the guy who was the taxi driver that we kind of completely ignored in Quantum Break.
Oh.
Oh, this coffee thermos.
Weird.
Yeah.
Why would that be in here?
It's a blue coffee thermos with the logo of the Oh Dear Diner located in Bright Falls, Washington.
Which is weird, because nothing interesting ever happened in that place.
No. No discernible altered effect has been discovered other than keeping liquids warm for a surprisingly long period of time. It's worth noting that the coffee from the thermos is always refreshing and strong, no matter the quality before being poured into the item. Alan Wake. See Prime Candidate Program entry for further info. Who went missing shortly before the discovery of the thermos, had been seen blank collecting similar thermoses for an blank purpose.
Like, the word there has to be unknown, right?
Yeah.
So why would they redact that?
Because they have to pretend like they know.
It's just... it's so silly.
Oh, hello. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm Jesse, the new director. I need to get inside.
New director? Right. Well, okay. Hello, I'm Frederick Langston, the Panopticon supervisor. It's
Hello.
not the best time for a tour. We have hiss everywhere, numerous cell breaches, and system
look
failures
that up
across the
real
board, but you're the director, so here we go. Founded by Zachariah Trench, the Panopticon is our state-of-the-art
Founded by
repository
Max
for all
Payne.
altered
I
items,
don't have time for
objects,
this.
Power and
I was told Dylan Faden was kept here. Can you help me find him?
Faden.
Yes, he was
Darling
Taxi
wanted
Driver
him
Man
somewhere
in
secure
Quantum
and
Break.
isolated away from
And
He's
in
in
that
maximum
very
security
first trailer at
level.
the Xbox One reveal
But
event,
there's
he was
currently a pressing matter, ma'am. We've
Jack
got an
Joyce.
object of power loose in there. It's wrecking the place. The Benikoff TV.
before they cast
it's a real
Iceman.
doozy. Salvador took a team in to handle it, but no one's heard from them for hours. This is a Category 5 OOP we're talking about, and if we don't contain it soon, it will tear the Panopticon apart. And we don't want all those altered items getting loose, ma'am. No, trust me.
Dylan's in there.
Open the door, Langston. I'll handle it.
If you say so. I usually tell first-timers not to touch anything, so, just do that. Here, I'll get the door for you.
Thanks.
And please, ma'am, call me Fred.
Thanks, Langston.
Call me. Nobody calls people what they say they would like to be called.
Is the TV back in its box yet? No rush or anything, it's just, you know, an ongoing concern.
I'm gonna work
Do
at
you
its
like
bureau.
working at the FBC?
Sure.
Let's have conversations.
I mean, yeah, the drama's a bit much, but I get better benefits here than I would over at the Postal Service. I checked. Better healthcare. That's not to say I don't like my job, man. Been here over 15 years. No one knows the Panopticon collection better than
FBC has better healthcare
I'm,
than the post office.
close to them, in a way.
I can't tell if that's creepy or normal here.
She did the Drew blink.
How do you keep the altered items under control?
It depends on the item.
There's a
Each
lot
one
of
has
things
different meanings.
in the
Ritualistic
FBC that would make a
touches go
person do
long
that
way.
blink.
Singing
It's
to
true.
the
Did he say
flipping the
singing?
lights 3 times, that sort of thing.
Like, what do you think new
It's
hire
not
orientation
superstition
is
if it
like at
works.
this place?
What's the
See, that's a
difference
great
between
question,
objects
because
of
like, do
power
they
and
start
altered
with the
items?
crazy, or do they start
Think
with,
of
you know,
them
just the
like
general,
stores. Objects
like,
of power
don't
are like
sexually
tropical
harass people, you
cyclones or
fucking
hurricanes for the
degenerates.
uneducated. They're
And then
big,
they go to the
rare,
crazy?
and scary. Of course, directors can just
Maybe
buy
they
an
mix
OP
it.
and
Like,
become
while
the
something
industry.
crazy is happening, they throw that
Altered
at you.
items are more like
So
weird
you remember it.
thunderstorms. Some may rain
Yeah.
frost,
Makes
some
sense.
may rain corn. all reign something.
And how does the hiss factor?
We're gonna lock you in a room with one of those
Making
weird,
them aggressive.
like,
Now
extra-dimensional
they're
enemies that just
I have
eats everything
knives,
around it.
Knife rain.
And while you run from it, we're
Nice
going to
metaphor.
start quizzing you on proper workplace behavior.
Did you work closely with Trench?
Oh, he spent most of his time with Darling and all them, the inner circle.
One of those horrible Pac-Man entities.
Trench certainly had his favorites.
He did stop in occasionally to scowl. And
For the record, I thought you were
Don't you
in
know
the
the
Black
Bureau
Rock
has a no
Quarry,
smoking
which is why I
policy?
told you, yeah, just run away
It
from
does.
them.
Just like Trench. Still, he is the one who put aside funding for the Panopticon. The man did have vision.
How did you get this job?
Started as a junior agent because my uncle knew a guy. From there, I got put on a desk until an accident left the containment sector severely understaffed. At which point, I got bumped up to management. Put in a steady 8 hours a day for another 10 years, and voila, supervisor.
I just picked up a gun. Or a gun picked me.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
The Panopticon. Dylan's close. But that object of power might wreck this place before I find it.
I feel like the TV is another one of the objects of power that I don't quite get the connection between what it is and what it does.
Mm-hmm.
It's useful, though.
Again, that's another one of those one where the best, like, reach I can come up with is maybe, like, static makes your hair float. You know, it makes your hair kind of rise, so maybe the TV is just that on a grand scale.
Makes as much sense as anything, I guess. Mailbox. I really love the cells for the altered items because you just round the corner and like, oh look, it's a nice basket. That basket probably does some evil shit.
I just assume that about everything.
It's a fan. How could a fan be evil? It
It'll find a way.
It provides refreshing air.
There's an evil get well soon balloon.
There's an evil sledgehammer. It's used by Triple H at WrestleMania.
Something went wrong with the Bureau's plan to make Dylan the next director. Marshall made it sound like it was all Dylan's fault, but how much of it was what the Bureau did to him? I don't think she's telling me everything.
Oh, hi. Let's see what we got here. Nothing.
Hello? Is anyone
Refrigerator.
What are you doing in there?
there? Oh, thank God. Look, someone has to watch this object at all times, or it deviates. My shifter blazer never showed up. Can you help me?
Damn.
I can't. I'm sorry. There's an emergency. I'll come back. I promise.
Okay. Okay, just don't forget. I can't stare at this thing much longer.
You'll be fine. Dude staring at a refrigerator. What could go wrong? Make me mad.
I mean, nothing as long as he keeps staring. Better do his job.
I dislike the flying dudes with the shields. It's an annoying combination of things. either fly or have a shield. Pick one.
Ah, you want to do both?
No.
You're just gonna have to deal with it.
Specialize. You can't just do, like...
No, jack of all trades. Be like me in D&D, where I decided I needed 3 character classes simultaneously.
Jesus. This is a really cool room. And also, like, some real good Evil Within shit right there.
Yeah, that effect is really nice. Again, the game looks gorgeous. Sometimes they just hide it behind bullshit.
Look, man, you gotta know that you've been injured.
Yeah, I know. There's a health bar. You don't need even getting and a health bar.
But it's in the bottom corner. That was a good accent. I don't know.
You went places with that
I
one.
went places. You gotta be able to, you know, keep an eye on your surroundings. What up, Salvador? There you are. Ow. Help me out, friends. It's me, a cognitive intruder. Man, this is a cool looking boss fight. That is all. Nothing additional to add.
That thing was Salvador, the head of security. His team didn't stand a chance against the Hiss. No one here does.
Except me, because I'm super cool.
Okay, the TV. Another object of power.
The crew of the White Ocelot is a good boat name.
We're going nuts. Here we go again.
You had a boat, what would you name your boat?
I don't know. The Cerebral Assassin is already taken, so...
Alright, now we have probably the most useful power in the video game.
Yeah, I would say it is hands down, like, and not at all that I was expecting it, but, like, the best way to stay alive is proper use of this power.
Yes.
And it's weird to me that that is the case. Considering that you get other explicitly defensive powers. And it's like, no, this is the one you want to be using whenever you can.
Also because there are like a bunch of mods that kind of center around doing stuff while levitating.
Yeah.
It also eliminates fall damage, which is super useful.
Oh, do you not have to manually do that?
Well, you do, but...
Okay, because I was always hitting the levitate button before I hit the ground just to be safe.
That's what I mean by negating fall damage.
Yeah.
Because now you can just, you know, fall for a while and then be like, nah, I don't want to fall though. APB. Remember that video game called APB?
Yeah.
Out with the TV. Now I can find Dylan.
We'll probably get to a control point and call that a stream, but now we can fly. Also, this
Super
looks
cool
so
looking.
Cool. Hang on,
It's really cool looking, especially when you start flying and then shooting one-handed. You just look like a total badass.
I'm gonna do some photo mode shenanigans here. Move camera this way. View's probably good. Let's put the aperture down. I think this isn't blurring the way that I want it to. Oops, nope, not video clip. Oh well.
Also, my favorite thing about the flight is that it is free.
Yeah.
You do not have to use energy to fly, which was my immediate concern when I got it. Because if flying took energy, I would never finish this game.
You're just on a time limit. And yeah, now the world is our oyster. We can do so much that we could not do before. Explore dead letters. We can go back and fight the anchor.
There's a million places you can reach that you couldn't quite get to before.
Yeah. It's almost like this game is one of those where you get powers every once in a while, and then you go back to old areas, and there's a bunch of cool
Yeah, there's a
stuff
name
there.
for those. For that genre.
Ones that are mostly bad, but occasionally they're really good ones.
No, I don't think that's what they call
I
it.
think that's what they call it. Look at this goose. Or swan.
Long game.
Duck. I wish I liked Goose Game.
Goose Season.
I tried playing a little bit of it because it's on the Game Pass, and I was just like, I admire what it's trying to do. It's just.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan. So close.
I think we might be doing more story. There's a control point somewhere around here, but.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Emily, what are you doing here?
Jesse.
Hanging out.
Television privileges were refused due to hostile.
He's gone. Dylan isn't
behavior.
here. He might be nearby. Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jesse, listen.
The FBC, not great at raising children, is what I'm gathering here.
He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others. We must isolate him.
I'm on my way.
He does totally look like that.
I have to see my brother.
Cab driver?
Yeah, just without the beanie.
See, I kept thinking he looked familiar from somewhere, but I could not place him.
He is not in a bunch of things. Let me pull up his IMDb again, real quick. He was on that famous movie Snakes on a Train.
Ah.
Yeah, no, he's only in 21 things, and literally the only ones that I know are Quantum Break and Control. And like his IMDb most known for things are, whoa, that was some physics right there. It's Quantum Break twice, Snakes on a Train, and something called Easy to Assemble. Where he played a character named John Dakota.
I guess it would make sense that he'd be listed for Quantum Break twice. TV show and game.
Yeah. I don't know why IMDb split him out like that, but... Because, I mean, it's... Other than the crew being different, it's the same thing. Like, it's all the same
Yeah, but one's a
actors.
show and one's a game.
But it's not... It's the same.
No. Because one's a show and one's a game. They're different mediums.
But
It's like saying the Harry Potter games are the same as the Harry Potter movies.
Those Harry Potter games are exactly the same as the Harry Potter movies, I will have you know.
Hey, speaking of Harry Potter.
Hey.
I don't know how we keep getting up back there.
I don't know. This get well soon balloon houses unspeakable evil.
That balloon is fucked up.
I could have sworn there was a control point up on this top floor near the P6 cell. But it might just be on the 4th floor?
Yeah, I don't think there's one up at the top. I could be wrong. Maybe I just missed it.
I know there are two control points in the Panopticon words. I just don't remember where the other one is at the moment. It's over here. No. Over here on floor 3. See what horrifying things await us on the 3rd floor.
I spent way too long in here trying to get into each individual floor and all the areas they're in.
Look at this.
Before realizing that you just talk to Langston later and he gives you a key card that opens some of these areas.
Evil surfboard.
What do you think the evil surfboard does?
If you strap it to your leg, it cuts your foot off.
It's,
I don't know.
Feel like you phoned that one in, TFP.
I mean, clearly it does something once you, like, hook it to your leg. Because that's a bad thing to do with objects of unspeakable evil. The most evil aluminum Christmas tree. Although, I mean, it's not like all the altered items are evil. So maybe it just, like, I don't know. The next wave that comes, you ride perfectly. But it only works once. And then every wave after that, you crash. Dude, you're a sniper. Go somewhere else. I remember this area pre-performance patch got real framey when I would try and fight dudes in this vicinity. I'm still getting a little framey, but not nearly as bad as it was pre-patch. Where is the little frame? Become my heel friends. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Except that, I guess. Ah! Forgot about that. That's a real dick move.
Was it the elevator?
No.
Okay. The only dick move I could think of off the top of my head was that elevator thing.
Oh, that was uncool.
Oh, that place. Yeah, that place fucking sucks.
There's so many of these exploding threads.
Yeah, there are.
I should not have opened that treasure chest, turns out.
Should not have been so inquisitive.
Unfortunately, I feel like you've known me long enough to know that that is not a thing that will ever happen. Can't really do anything here yet. Do it for level 6 keycard, so I'll just said I'll just leave. Let me out. Well, first floor's down here. Just leave, and by leave I mean find the control point on the first floor and call that a control stream. Actually, first let's level up. Alright. Join us next time for more Control.
Yeah, you're burning through it at a pretty good pace.
Yeah.
It's not a long game.
It is not. It is very good, though.
It is.
Hey, everybody.